Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this video. I know I haven't posted videos in a while, but I'll try to be a little bit more consistent. This will probably be either the second video or, I don't know, a couple of videos in my comeback. If I do come back, who knows? Maybe this video is just recorded for myself and I will never be back. We don't know. I'm not sure myself. So yeah, it's just a guess at this point. But anyway, today's video, we will be or today's videos, not today, just like a series of videos. We'll be creating a landing page builder. In our case, it's gonna be like a general builder that we'll be using for building landing pages. So it will have like the generic components for you to be able to use it anywhere, basically, and you can integrate it into a bigger system of creating like I don't know, CMS or something. And what we're gonna do is, at least, we're gonna take a look on how to create it from scratch, basically. And the first step or the first video for today is gonna be the conception. So we're gonna do some conception about what we want our, our page builder to be like and what it can do. So let me get some things from this side and we can get started, I guess. Okay. Um, the first thing we want in our page builder is obviously the page itself or the page builder itself. So you're gonna have two main components. It's gonna be the page builder, and the other one is called the page renderer. This one will obviously take our components from the page builder and basically renders them. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do something a little bit more interesting. So we're gonna use in memory cache to render this from. Okay, let me make this. Yep, this one. To render this from from entities or from code to HTML, and then keep it in memory cache. And then whenever somebody wants to access the page, we just get the HTML directly, and we render HTML instead of like creating it from scratch. And if it doesn't exist, of course, we do this process. We create the HTML from the code, we save it in memory, and then we render it to the user. This part is obvious, it's kind of simple. Remove this, I guess. Page render. In our page builder, it's going to be a little bit more complex. I want to have it like be like a good design. So what I want is, okay, so if we have a component, or if you don't have anything, we're going to have like a big plus. If you click it, it's going to give you like, let's say we added a div. It's going to give you, I didn't finish my sentence. It's going to give you like a form or a dialogue pop up, whatever it is. And um, let's say we have a div. If it's a div or what I call it, a container, we can have another plus inside it. And let's say we added like a grid. For a grid, we predefine how many columns we want. So let's say if we want 4, distribution is not good, but you get the idea. We're gonna have 4 pluses basically. So each one of these is a plus, which will allow us to add content to the div inside it. And if we add like content in the div inside of those, I have to learn some manipulation thing or something. let's say we add some content, there will still be, if you had like another div, for example, it can like, as you see, it can go on and on and on until you like create your final design that you kind of like. I want to create some predefined components, but that's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit too complex for what I'm trying to do. I mean, you can take this idea and you can develop it a little bit more than what I'm going to do. For this to work, we need to have like some atomic elements. Uh, yeah, atomic elements. Basically, these atomic elements are going to be like the most basic elements that we use. And for this, I've already prepared like a, it's not like a perfect list, but basically we have the container, the div. We have a grid, which can be also inside the div, which it's gonna be, it's gonna give us like some layering. So a grid can have content, stack can have content, and also stack. So the div is just like a normal div without any like changes added to it. But a stack, it's gonna be flex. It's gonna be a flex element, so you can have centering and all of the interesting things. The text is gonna be basically a paragraph, nothing more complex. A link, simple. A button can have content inside it, because buttons will be, um, how do I say it? You can like do some manipulation in buttons. An image, of course, the image. A spacer, this one is for spacing, and a separator, so it's a horizontal line. And all of these, yeah, you're gonna see what we can do with them. So these what I come up with, what I came up with, and all of these can be created in this page builder. So this probably is the conception for today. Second thing is, yeah, I mean, I think we still have one more thing. Okay, let me drink a little bit of my coffee. We still have one more thing, which is the management itself. So in each of these components, let's say our div, okay, we're gonna remove this just for visualization purposes. We're gonna have two rounded thingies on top, or like as you can see, like in this format, probably like similar to a Mac. And one will have a red background, one will have an orange or a, yeah, an orange background, let's say, or yellow. One is for editing, one is for deletion. And our form, okay, well, that's too yellow, I guess. Our form for creation will look something like this. Let's take one of those pluses. And of course, editing will be basically the same. Deletion will be deleted, but it will only be, I don't know, today. Okay. Yeah. Only deleted if no sub elements. It will ask him to confirm. Like, are you really sure? Okay, unless he confirms. So you do like double confirmation. So there are sub elements in this component you want to delete. It's like yes, confirm deletion, yes, and then you can confirm the deletion. And for editing or creation, we're gonna have. I'm gonna try to make like some dynamic component thingy here. So yeah, let me just. So at the start there will be like type selection. It will be type. So the type will be one of the predefined components. And then um, whatever type he selects, there will always be probably margin and padding in a sense. Yeah, there will always be margin and padding. They are like shared between all of the web components, I guess. So let's align these. So yeah, margin and padding. These seem to be like shared between a lot of components. What else do we have? I don't know. Yeah, probably background color, I guess. Also an interesting aspect here. Background color. Of course, I kind of thought of adding like a span inside of the paragraphs, but then I don't know. It seems like a little bit more complex. Or you know what? I think this will be for the implementation part, but we can have content or can have an array. No, has an array of elements that can be created inside it. So it, so each component defines the elements that can be inside that component. With this, we can limit a lot of a lot of annoyances, if I say so myself. So yeah, a text. So inside the text, there will only be span, I guess. I think we can make it, but we'll see. I think you can put a p inside another p, but would be like how to say it, bad practice. I don't know even if HTML has practice to begin with, but you know what I mean. So yeah, background color. Um, yeah, I think we can even have like yeah text color, I guess as well, except for the image. Yeah, the image doesn't have text color. And okay, so the important part is the implementation because I really have a good idea of. Okay, so components that we define have booleans for each input on whether they have it or not. So let's say, for example, if we're working with an image, they don't have text. So text color is false, and then this field will not appear. So I'll try to make as many, as many. How do I say it? Yeah, as many things as possible. Yeah, I don't know if we should have like self content. Uh, so we'll obviously have sub elements. So sub elements should be, and then there will be content. So the content is the most important part. Um, I'm still thinking how to do it. This part is still the most complex part, but so far yeah, it's doable, I guess. I'm gonna think about it for some time. So this one I'm gonna make. No, not this. Yeah, let's make it orange just so we remember. And then there is also sub elements, but yeah. Okay, so background green. So yeah, safe. Let's make it super green and make the text white. Yeah, seems fine, I guess. We'll be adding a little bit more, like, so that we can have like a general component model, and then we can, you know, do whatever we can with that model. Of course, text will have like a heading, so it can be H1, H2, and yeah, a text type. It can even be like a yeah. The type is interesting. Yep, type is interesting. Yeah, this will obviously be left for the implementation part. But obviously, but in general, overall, I would say this is what we want to do. So we have a general page builder, the our editor, and the page renderer, where we give it the HTML and it renders things. This shouldn't be too difficult, or maybe it's straightforward. This one is interesting as well, but it's not that difficult. It's just like boxes and stuff. Uh, the elements are going to be, and adding the elements is going to be a bit more challenging. So I don't know if we can allow, or if we allow. I wanna, I don't know. I want the page builders to also be like very small, like page previewer, where you can like actually see what you are building. That's why I don't know if I put the content in here or just put like input boxes in there. Yeah, it's a little bit more confusing, but I guess we gotta deal with it. Okay, I guess this is it for the conception. This should be fine. And yeah, next in the next video, we're gonna be taking a look at how we can implement this. And we're gonna start with the entities and where we can save our atomic elements. And that's gonna be, the second video in this series. And yeah, building a page builder from scratch using Blazor. It's not something that you see every day. I don't know, is there like a page builder here? Let's search. Okay, so page builder, Blazor. Well, drag and drop Blazor apps. No, no, not this, not like this. I don't know, like HTML builder, let's say. Yeah, not really, not really. I mean, there is the what you see is what you get, but it doesn't seem like it's. Yeah, what you see is what you get. Yeah, JavaScript has a lot more interesting builders, but Blazor doesn't have any. So this can be like an interesting one. As you can see, this is the only style. It's like the YSYG. What you see is what you get. I don't know how they pronounce this. I don't have any feature that can pronounce this. Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, the same thing. It's basically the same thing. Well, I can see you in the next video. And in the next one, we're gonna start implementing this. I don't know why my face is kind of dark. I know the lighting is not is bad, even if it's like it's 10 in the morning. Like there is no sun basically. It's super dark outside. Yeah. Anyway, see you in the next video.